Hey there, here's another caregiver chat for Friday. I know, probably getting sick and tired of me. I had a day off and I thought I would share some of my feelings regarding advocacy. It's a very important topic for me, not just for Kensey, but anyone that I care for personally or professionally. Honestly, I never thought I would be that parent. If you knew me before all this, you'd probably describe me as someone that's pretty quiet, really quiet. I'm not someone who enjoys confrontation, not at all. I don't like arguments. I usually try to see both sides of a situation because I know that most people are just trying to do the best that they can with what they're given. That's just who I am. But then I became Kensey's mom. And people sometimes tell me that they notice the energy that I put in to advocate for her. I tend to put in a lot. The truth is, I wasn't born that way. Love taught me how to be bold enough to do things for her, and I learned something. When someone you love can't always advocate for themselves, you have to find a voice you never thought you had or knew you had. Over the years, I've spent time on the phone with insurance companies trying to get medications approved, as well as more phone calls and portal messages to her providers to discuss medication issues and changes and clarification, as well to also update them on the intensity of her seizures to see what needs to be done next, especially when things get intense and she gets really sick. I've fought for procedures. We've appealed decisions. We've asked questions. We've learned more medical terminology and insurance language than we ever imagined, and I'm in healthcare as my profession. Not because I wanted to, but because Kensey needed us to. And then there's some school things. Before I say anything else, I want to make something very clear. Kensey has been surrounded by some truly incredible people throughout her education. Teachers, paraprofessionals, therapists, nurses, support staff, administrators. There are so many people who have loved her and encouraged her, celebrated her successes, and genuinely cared about her well-being. And I can't thank you enough. Some of them became like family to us. I will never forget the kindness they showed our daughter, and I will always be grateful for every person who invested their time, patience, and heart into helping Kensey succeed. And she graduated. But being grateful doesn't mean we never had difficult conversations. There were times we had to ask questions, lots of questions, times we had to advocate for supports we believed she needed, times we had to make sure her educational plan truly reflected what would help her learn safely and successfully. Those conversations were never about proving someone wrong. They were never about winning an argument. They were always about making sure Kensey's unique needs stayed at the center of every decision. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that advocacy doesn't have to sound angry. It can sound respectful. It can sound grateful. It can sound collaborative. You can deeply appreciate the people working with your loved one while still asking hard questions. And we've done that before. You can thank people for everything they've done while respectfully saying, can we talk more about this? Those two things can exist together. And I think that's important, really important when you have a kid that is in the school system. During Kensey's senior year, I walked her into school every single morning. Some people probably thought she was too old for that. I'm sure a lot of people thought that. Maybe they thought I was being overprotective, which I was. Maybe. But every morning before she walked into class, I got to be the last person to tell her and remind her to have a great day and to tell her that I loved her. With epilepsy, tomorrow is never something I take for granted or we take for granted with Kensey. Those moments mattered to me as well as to her. They still do. If you're a parent of a child with a disability or a loved one with a disability, if you're caring for a spouse, a parent, a sibling, or anyone who depends on you, please hear this. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to ask for clarification. It's okay to respectfully disagree with people. It's okay to ask for another meeting or a phone call. It's okay to say, "Can you help me understand?" And it's absolutely okay to keep advocating until the people you love have the support they genuinely need. You're not asking for special treatment, not at all. You're asking for equal opportunity. You're asking for safety. You're asking for dignity. You're asking for the opportunity for your loved one to reach their fullest potential. Being an advocate doesn't make you difficult or a difficult person. It doesn't make you demanding. It doesn't make you ungrateful. It simply means someone you love has a voice, and sometimes that voice is yours. I've never wanted to win an argument. I've only ever wanted my kids to have the best chance to succeed. So if you needed permission today to advocate a little louder, it's okay. Here it is. Ask the questions. Speak with kindness. Lead with gratitude. Assume good intentions whenever you can. But never be afraid to stand up for the people that you care for and love, because no one will ever know them quite the way you do. And no one will ever love them quite the way you do. Until tomorrow, keep finding the joy in the journey, keep fighting the good fight, and keep loving your people fiercely. I hope you have a great night.